Hello and welcome to this week's Indie Showcase. Today we're playing the demo of a game named Roadwarden. This is developed by Moral Anxiety Studios and was released in September 2022. So it's relatively new, but it still has a demo available, so I am gonna play it. This is a text-based game, so I don't know how long the demo is, but obviously everything takes longer when I'm reading out loud. So we're gonna try and cap it after an hour, but we'll see how we get on, because I feel like I've heard that this game is very cool, and look at this art. Like, I feel like over the last year or something, I've got a new appreciation for pixel art. Like, look at these, like, hills. Look at this, what's it called? Is it foliage? Is that the word? But look at it, it's beautiful. So let's jump in and see what we're in for, because it says it takes elements from RPGs, visual novels, etc. So I'm interested, I'm always interested to see how visual novel-esque games incorporate different mechanics to tell their story. So we marvel at the serenity of the forest and crave the shroud of its silence. And I'm already vibing with this. Already vibing. Okay, let's jump in. If I can. Oops. Well, continuing isn't gonna get us there, but new game might. Okay, everyone knows to stay away from the wilderness. Most people would never risk a lonely journey. Roadwardens not only accept the struggle, they embrace it. They deliver messages, assist merchants, burn human corpses, and if possible, get rid of beasts and highwaymen. They live on the road, die young, or retire early. It's a dangerous job, but a respectable one, and it pays well. Okay, so we're in immediately. Also, I am really into this, because it feeds that part of me that likes to, that not just likes to, but wants to just drop everything and go away somewhere and go on an adventure. It's like delivering messages, assisting merchants, burning human corpses. These all sound like things I could do. I mean, getting rid of the beasts in the highway might sound a little bit more dangerous, but I could do these things. Okay, so I leave the safety of the city walls, or I still have my doubts. I'm leaving. I feel like we have decided this is our life. Like, I have no idea. Yeah, this is the thing. Are we gonna make a character with attributes? Are we gonna... Let's read. Please select the difficulty mode. This can't be altered later on. So casual for the focused on the story. No time limit. More cash at the start. Some quests are more forgiving. For those familiar with RPGs, 40-day time limit, regular rule set, or restrictive for returning Roadwardens, 30 days and increased nighttime damage. So let's go standard, because the time limit isn't physically a time cap, is it? It's just a in-game 40 days, and we're only in a demo. I don't think it's gonna let us play the entire 40 days. So let's just press standard. Okay, let's see. So we have image over this side, text over this side. Our decisions are here, and then we have like a menu here. Oh, 30 minutes before dusk. Okay. The wall is still standing. There are no wolves around, no stench of blood. Good signs. This should be the place you're looking for. You were supposed to meet with a group of soldiers, but you hear no voices, no sounds of labor. Oh wait, this should... Okay, we were supposed to meet with a group. The gate is ajar, but the camp isn't safe. It may keep away the goblins and pebblers, but not beast folk, not trolls, and the night is near. Okay. Your palfrey breathes heavily. It had a long day. So, right. What is a palfrey? Who are these soldiers that we're meeting up with? Can we clear the camp and close the gate so that no beast folk or trolls get in? These are all questions. Okay, look for another shelter. I need to look around cautiously. Yeah. Oh, so maybe palfrey is our horse. Palfrey. I need to look around cautiously. Considering the noise, you doubt anyone noticed the clatter of hooves. The short, dry grasses barely cover the arid soil of this valley, but you're maybe a minute away from the edge of the sparse woods, which get denser as they climb up the hills. At best, this trail has a few more years before getting overgrown for good. Hard to believe it's the only route north. As a road warden, maybe we could cut it back a bit so it doesn't get overgrown. Okay, I dismount and sneak. Let's peek inside. Ooh, so what is this then? Take care of yourself. If you're hurt or exhausted, some actions won't be available. The weaker you are, the higher the chance you'll die in combat. So we have 3 out of 4 vitality. We feel well. 4 vitality doesn't feel like a lot. Maybe it's a game of small numbers? Right. Your heavy boots hit the ground and the pain of the long ride finally catches up with you. You stretch out, bringing your back and legs comfort. All you want now is a table, a decent chair, and a nice mug of beer, and some warm stew. With any luck, your axe won't be needed here. Let's hope we're having some luck then. I approach the gate slowly. If it is a military camp, it doesn't look the part. Plenty of wasted space. The fire pit is cold. 2 people are sitting at the table, tired and disheartened. They're looking in different directions, paying no attention to one another. One of them is holding a cup. After a moment, you notice the quiet humming. You recognize the melody of a light-hearted drinking song from the city harbour. Like the city harbour in the distance. So they don't look like much of a threat. I can enter. It takes them a few breaths to glance in your direction. So they're sat at this table here. The first person greets you with a wave of his hand. There are bags under his eyes. His beard is messy. Despite his simple shirt, he's wearing durable, decent boots. A mace, with a head covered in iron, hangs at his side, but he doesn't reach for it. So he is not at all threatened by us either. So the feeling was mutual there. I take a look at the second soul. Just like you, she's wearing a gambeson, but hers is a bit loose, as if she took it off a corpse. Her head is shaven, and she is protecting herself from flesh-eating bugs. Her eyes are weary yet kind. She smiles. Considering the squad was sent here half a year ago, these 2 surely look the part. Though there should be more of them. 8, you believe? Let's let them speak first, I guess. I don't know why I'm here, what I'm doing here, or anything. Also, now I see it's split into 4 sections and we're missing a quarter of our heart. So she had kind eyes, I don't know. Let's let them speak first, I guess. It's nice to see an unharmed traveller in this godforsaken shithole. Makes me just a tiny bit hopeful. The bearded man's voice is strong yet timid. Can I click on this? No. Okay, so I guess some things are a bit lighter than others. The bearded man's voice is strong yet timid. You'll be staying the night with us, I guess. We're soldiers, he and I, adds the armoured woman. Her moment switches from half asleep to relaxed. We'll do our best to keep the camp safe, but if you were to take the first watch, it would be a huge help. Travellers ought to help each other, wouldn't you say? Alright, so these guys are watching out here. They are soldiers stationed here, and they are having a rough time, and there's only 2 of them left from 8. So the 2 of them are going to have to be like taking it in turns watching. So as soon as there's a traveller in, they're like, hey, pull your weight, give us some rest, please. You think for a moment. To fully rest, you need a good sleep. Oh, I don't know. Oh no, the tough decisions. Do I help them? If we take the full shift... not the full shift. The first shift. We still get to sleep after that, don't we? We help these guys out. We make friends. We still get to sleep. Maybe not full sleep, but... feels really rude. Sorry about that. I'm like, let's drink right while I'm in the middle of talking. It feels really rude to be like show up to their campsite and then just be like, nah, sure, leave it to me. Fantastic. She rubs her hands together. I don't remember the last time I had more than half a night's sleep. I mean, it shouldn't change that much. The hours before midnight should be the calmest. Just wake us up if anything happens. The man flashes you a wide smile. It's easy to wake us up. Just yell. He drinks from his mug. Okay. Well, I guess we're helping them out. That's fine. Sounds like they need a good sleep. Because they're just constantly switching, right? So I imagine, say, there's 24 hours in a day. They're doing like 6-hour shifts each or something. Is that how it works? 6, 12, 18, 24. I asked them about their lieutenant. You wonder how to phrase your question. Okay, whenever you meet new people, you can influence how they perceive you by selecting one of the attributes. So friendly, be supportive and cordial. Playful, use a joke or witty comment. Distanced, hide your emotions. Intimidating, hint a threat. Or vulnerable, be sad, tired, afraid, or hopeless. That's cool. I like this. Let's go friendly for now. I think friendly. I don't know who these guys are to be like friendly, to be playful. It's not friendly. Wait, so if I was hoping to meet with your lieutenant. Could we talk for a bit? Oh, I can change it and I can still see. Okay, I'm sure you're busy. So if you could just introduce me to your lieutenant. Distance, I'm looking for your lieutenant. Intimidating. I'd rather speak with someone who's not going to waste my time right after I've agreed to help them. And vulnerable, I had a long journey. I need to have a word with your lieutenant. So let's go friendly. The woman lets out a loud sigh, dusts off her gambeson and steps toward you. She pays little attention to the sword at her side. We most definitely can, you and I, though holding this rank is still somewhat new to me. Are you a messenger? Did you lose your mount? She observes you with curiosity. Or are you looking for help? I'm your new Roadwarden. My horse is waiting outside. So she is the lieutenant. I guess all the other ones died? Really? The soldier in the shirt leans forward. That explains how you got here in one piece, all by yourself. Better bring your beast here, adds the lieutenant. We have no hay, but I bet it dreams of dropping its saddle. A long pause. I'm Julia, by the way. She reaches out her hand. It may be a trap. I gesture for her to stop, pretend to be embarrassed. I don't think this is a trap. I should wash myself first. No, I'll just shake a hand. I'm Noob, your new Roadwarden. Have all the confidence. I will do all your Roadwarden needs. Her grasp is confident. The shake is slight. Just keep your horse away from the tents. She steps away. We don't need to smell its dung. Cool. I was a bit worried about leaving the horse outside. I wasn't keen, so I'm glad we're bringing him in. There's one issue. There's this one issue. The soldier in the shirt also rises to his feet. We've no tent to spare. You'll have to use a blanket or something. No problem. I enjoy observing the stars. Just this is the kind of lifestyle that, like, I know it's easy to romanticize. It is, like, but I just so am desperate to get out there, like, with my tent and just go for a walk and do some camping and go walking and camping. I did it one time and I didn't get too far because my feet were just fucked. But I am desperate to try again. Like, I'm wearing my boots in. And it's just a kind of freedom that it's just like an out-of-world experience. It's bizarre. It's like, it's so freaking good. I recommend it, really. Okay, I mean, it's not the same as in a fantasy game. But if you've got some nature, as long as you, like, stay safe, do everything you need to do. Don't just do it without planning. But especially, like, England and Scotland particularly, it's so accessible to do. And it's grounding, I guess. And it's like, it's a reset. It's like a spiritual reset. Yeah, I'm reading all this story and I'm like, oh, what I wouldn't give to be there right now. Even though it's just like, it's just sleeping outside underneath the stars. I just wish it was a little bit warmer here, and then maybe I could do the same thing. No problem, I enjoy observing the stars. You walk through the gate, your mount looks around and snorts anxiously. Not many humans could ride a horse. I've just had a thought. What if I get a hammock in my backyard and I can sleep outside in the summer in the hammock? Oh, maybe. Okay, not many humans could ride a horse. It's not only taller than you, but also bulky, as heavy as it is strong. You can get in the saddle within a single breath, but most people wouldn't know where to even begin. From every side, it's a wall of flesh. Horses were brought to the Dragonwoods from the conquests in the south. They can trot for a long time, but won't outrun some of the local monsters. Your palfrey needs you to survive, but without it, you too would be lost. So we have a mutual agreement. We feed and, well, we make decisions on behalf of the horse. The horse then gets us places, I guess. Is palfrey another word for like steed or something? Oh god, no, I don't care how it feels. I need it to be strong if I want to travel, and I can't afford another one. Fuck no. We are respecting our friend here. It's my only companion here. I want it to feel at ease. It takes a few steps towards you, scolding you with another snort. You scratch the bottom of its neck with strength and confidence, just the way it likes. Humans see useful animals, and even pets, as monsters in disguise. Getting emotionally attached to them is believed to lead humans to their doom. Well, fuck me, I'm doomed, aren't I? But you know that horses need companionship. I speak to it gently and lead it to the camp. Okay. That's just people, well, I mean, I don't know how it is in this world, but that's just people being scared of everything. You end up next to the fire pit. Removing the saddle makes the horse nicker with relief. You take a couple of minutes to examine its back, just in case. While the riding equipment is not that heavy for such a strong animal, with enough time it starts to chafe. You wish you had something better to eat than this shabby grass. You should look for an inn. So we can buy him some carrots or something? I need to unpack. Okay, I mean, if we're staying for the night, I guess we should unpack. You haven't brought that many things, and you lost one of the sacks while fleeing the Crimson Corpse Eaters. Crimson Corpse Eaters. I wonder if we get to see all of these monsters in the art. I really like the colour scheme. Actually, it's very pleasing to me. It feels a lot like almost these kind of colours you see a lot in an English winter, like, as dumb as that sounds, like the dead grass, the trees without the leaves, and the bushes without the leaves all go this kind of purpley hue, purpley brown, and I really like the palette here. It's a palette that, like, when I came home from traveling and I saw the colours of our winter, I was like, holy shit, I've never noticed these colours before, because I'd just been away to like hot, warm places that were all very like greeny, goldeny colours. And then I was like, whoa, we have like some beauty here as well. And ever since, this has been a palette that I adore. Anyway, tangents within tangents. Crimson Corpse Eaters. Worst of all, you have no rope left, but maybe the soldiers could share one. Shouldn't cost more than a dragon bone. Is dragon bone a currency here? Or do we just go around just casually killing dragons and stealing their bones? Aside from the travel set, you own very few valuable possessions, essential for your trade. Well, you want to travel light, don't you? If you live on the road, as light as possible is the best that you can do. Ooh, so are we choosing our background now? Fighter, mage, or scholar? See, often I go fighter in these kind of things, but I don't want to slay beasts. Let's see. I spent my savings on decent combat equipment. I have a fine gambeson, an axe made of steel, and a reliable crossbow with quarrels. We already know we have an axe and a gambeson, which I don't know what that is, but it's already been mentioned. On mage, I have talismans that help me use my powers, as well as an iron axe and a worn gambeson. Oh, so this is determining the state of our stuff. Or scholar, I carry writing instruments and alchemical ingredients, as well as an iron axe, a worn gambeson, and a healing potion. I want to learn more about the 3 classes. Okay, yeah. So, let's know about these. As a fighter, you'll have an easier time in physical challenges thanks to your superior equipment and hidden bonuses during dice rolls. You'll be physically more capable than other classes, what opens unique opportunities during some social interactions. It's the best class for RPG beginners. Okay. The fighter's weakness is their reliance on physical strength. Your special abilities won't be available to you if your vitality point drops to 0. Okay, so we probably will go with fighter then. But let's read the other ones. The mage uses Pneuma, a versatile but limited pool of energy points that can be spent to cast a few humble spells. Magic won't protect you better than a sharp axe, but as a mage, you'll be able to heal faster while resting, detect magic in a mysterious area, distract a beast with a simple trick, and find a common tongue with other magic users. This sounds very cool and mysterious. Using the rage's power. See, this is why I'm a fighter. Using the mage's powers too freely will result in having no pneuma left when you need it the most. So that does sound interesting for sure. Right, let's read the scholar. The scholar will know more about the world's mysteries than you, helping you take advantage of some unusual situations. Your character will impress the locals with its knowledge, and you'll be able to read the sparse written clues without anyone's assistance. Scholars struggle with combat more than the other classes, but with enough carefulness and exploration, you'll gain access to alchemical mixtures that will help you escape from many dangerous situations. So, I think I'm still just gonna go fighter because that's my comfort zone. These all sound interesting, but maybe like, I don't know how varied the game gets, but maybe like for a second playthrough, a mage kind of playthrough would, like one day I am gonna be a mage in something, but just, it speaks to me more being a fighter. I don't know. That said, I do like the idea of like distracting the beasts and stuff like that, but let's go fighter. It's just more me. Open your inventory to see your possessions. We have armor, 3 or 4. It will stop even a life-threatening strike. With your current gambeson, it's the best protection you can get. Okay, taking hits will damage your armor. You can then fix it in various settlements. Right, okay. And it's been 15 minutes and dusk is happening soon. So open your inventory. Here we go. So unless you're occupied with another task, you can eat food, drink potions, and use your items from this menu. You can examine possessions at all times. So we have food rations. They consist of dried meat, crackers, nuts, seeds, fruit, and water, which spoil slowly and don't require additional cooking. So these ones, if we have something fresh, we would rather eat the fresh stuff first. Merchandise. The city artisans, a pouch with coins. The city artisans make coins by cutting dragon bones into slices. Gotcha. They are valued by merchants, though rarely used in the countryside. So this is he said it should cost 1 dragon bone for something. We have 5, so what was it again? Can't remember. Equipment. So we have a gambeson. I don't know if I'm saying that right. A padded defensive jacket made of linen filled with rags. It's the cheapest type of armor, yet surprisingly effective, and as a result, very common. So that's what we've got. We've got a nice one of these though, not just a garbage one. The travel set. Your sack contains all sorts of useful tools. Candle, knife, some other stuff, a bowl, I guess. And weapons. A well-crafted battle axe, do like a good battle axe. Traveling with an axe shows that you've learned how to fight humans and human-sized monsters, while having a weapon made of steel makes it clear that you are somebody to be reckoned with. Yeah, boy, be scared. Shake in your boots. A crossbow. Difficult to make and valued for their usefulness, a crossbow can be used by even by an inexperienced traveller and can pierce most scales and armours. Okay. So we only have 3 bolts, but that's good to know. Right, I guess we press return. I'm saving, so let's just check some of this stuff out. So we have quests, humans, groups, Hovloven. One of the greatest harbours in the Dragonwoods and the heart of the northwestern province of the 10 cities, I was hired by its officials and merchants. Okay, one of the greatest harbours in the Dragonwoods. Okay. And the bestiary? There's many creatures. Oh my god, there's so many. But we haven't met any yet. And unless we need to click on them. Oh shit, okay, there's still more to learn about them. Okay, wow, holy shit, there's a lot here. I want to know about unicorns. Massive beasts covered with thick brown fur and named after the horns sticking out of their skulls. Often larger than a human shell. What's a human shell? Okay. Unicorns are among the most feared creatures of the Dragonwoods, infamous for holding a crucial role in the wrath of the herds. This is going to be so lore dense, isn't it? They charge in the front, able to get through wooden and most stone walls in a single crash, ignoring the wounds they receive in the process. Their part is then done. Other beasts can get inside. Not bothering with the defenders. Okay, so they're just... Okay, the beasts work together to fuck us over, basically. Okay, foxes and such. Okay, this is the kind of thing where if I was doing a full playthrough, maybe we would come on here to read these as we encountered them. Seems like the best thing to actually do. And then the glossary is going to be like things that we can do and magic, politics, geography, religion. So there's so much reading here that you can do. Archive. Okay, the archive is our history. It's a log. Okay, return. Excellent. This is gonna be deep, isn't it? This is gonna be really fucking deep. Okay. You unpack and inspect your belongings. Your water skin isn't pierced. The spare clothes are still here. Just in case, you take a look at your wooden bowl and mug, your cape, tinderbox, bandages, food rations, knife. Nothing special or too cumbersome. From time to time, your routine helps you avoid mistakes, but this doesn't make it any more exciting. I mean, it's important. Take inventory. I return to the soldiers. It would be shit if you needed your knife and then you pulled it out and it didn't have a blade on it or something. That's the kind of stuff you need to know. They're at the table again, observing your beast and chatting between themselves. Your stomach growls at the sight of them eating out of wooden bowls. I'm glad that eating out of wooden bowls was on the end of that sentence, because it's like, whoa, watch yourself there, mate. Just growling at the sight of the people. One more bowl was put at a previously unused end of the table. You can sit down on a tree log. Ooh, so they've made food for us? Join them and take a look at the meal. Yeah, do that. Okay, it's cold gruel, the meal eaten in times of hardship. This specific bowl is filled with water, hog millet, and some strange-looking cereals and blueberries. Okay, so the thing about this kind of thing is I'm like, oh, this is also ideal. I want to do this. I would just starve to death, basically. Oh, this just sounds... the textures are making me cry. Welcoming you with a meal, even a humble one, is beyond their duty. Soldiers live with and for their companions, constantly on the move from one part of the realm to another, making sacrifices to protect their group as they face dozens of hideous creatures. Oh, so this is good information about the soldiers. Their lives are filled with discipline, hardship, and camaraderie. Roadwardens, on the other hand, learn how to work by themselves. They seldom engage in open combat, patrolling the same roads for years. They help the settlement stay in touch, but also maintain commerce, settle down, forge friendships. When there are no laws to follow, they use their own judgment. Different responsibilities, different lifestyles. God damn, but even like the camaraderie is important, isn't it? But I guess the Roadwardens forge friendships too, it's just more fleeting. Okay. Keeping your stomach full will make you stronger. Starvation won't allow you to restore vitality when resting. You can find your supplies in the inventory. Okay, so if we're not hungry, we're not going to heal. No, if we are hungry, we're not going to heal. So we've got 2 at the moment. Cool, so we're building up a little deck of stats that we're going to have to manage. I eat quickly, not focusing on the taste, then speak with Tulia. She's focused and chooses her words carefully. She looks away only when she gathers her thoughts. I'm afraid I can tell you less than I would like to, and less than I should. Wait, what? She nods toward the other soldier. As you can see, there's not a lot of us left. At the beginning of the summer, there were 8 of us, including our previous lieutenant. 5 are dead. 1 has run away in tears. Oh goddamn, I didn't even think. A deserter. We're also strangers in this land, adds her companion. Any piece of information may help me do the job. I want to know what happened to the 5. Just this difficult life. The man leans forward, his legs shake nervously. He sounds like a kid asking a bard to sing one more story, tell a joke, or do a magic trick. Whatever it takes to escape from boredom. His untrimmed beard hides a much younger face than you originally thought. What did the officials tell you? I expect not that much. No soul governs these lands. I share what I consider to be relevant. Yeah, why am I gonna be so secretive? You tell the soldiers how little guidance you've received. Since this area is too far away from Hovleven to keep it under control, you were warned that it is untamed and unknown. So it's the people at Hovleven that hired us, right? They hired us to go out into this wilderness and control it. Who knows how many villages, bandits, or monsters may be found in these unmapped hills and forests. From time to time, new people come here to look for boundless opportunities. Most of them never return. Do they turn into walking corpses or find what they're looking for? Oh, that's always like a really intriguing thing in fantasy, where there's this place where people go and never return because, yeah, maybe it's just deadly and they all died. But there's that chance that maybe there was something good there, you know? Always a chance. No soul could tell me, so I was looking for your guidance. Okay, the lieutenant drinks from her cup and crosses her legs, ankle on knee. Seeing her chair makes you doubt she'll ever find a comfortable position. Where should we start? Okay, so we're looking just for any information about the area so that we can get our head around our job. Okay, before I continue my journey, I need to ask them about the peninsula, the Roadwarden, and the rope. So I guess there's certain things that are mandatory and then certain things that are just optional. So these are the 3 that we definitely need to ask. I'm gonna ask what happened to their squad. The man shrugs. Bandits happened, and monsters. A strong band though, his companion chips in. When we got to the peninsula in spring, we saw some people living in this camp. The lieutenant decided to avoid it and look for an inn. We had to travel through the night for a bit. The bearded soldier scoffs and crosses his arms, but she carries on. If he had decided otherwise, we would have all died that day. The innkeeper explained that the camp is a trap, that the armed ones pretend to be soldiers, stay there at night, lose everything you have. Okay, so this was... I guess they took it back, but with a big cost then. Sounds like slave hunters. Tulia sides, very much so. So this is, I guess, why when we first entered, we were like, this could be a trap. Oh well. It didn't look very much like a trap when we arrived. Very much so. They killed some and took others away. Who knows where. They were letting the Northerners go, hoping to avoid their wrath. Oh, are the Northerners like strong or something? It kind of worked, adds a soldier. We asked them for help, but they refused. We had to clear the entire camp on our own, and that's why 3 of our people died. Okay, so there was just a war over this camp. Don't exaggerate, it's not like the lieutenant didn't make a mistake. He wanted to get rid of them and take over their camp, but we didn't know our enemy well enough. We were outnumbered, and they had an ice mage among them. She looks at you. At least we cleared the road. Saved lives. Okay. Cool. So, it's... I'm loving this storytelling. So, when they first arrived, they decided to stay elsewhere, and it was a good job. And then... the only thing is, they did decide to attack, but probably still early before they'd done any recon. You mentioned monsters as well. And they won. They were outnumbered. They won, but yeah, the cost was big. But that only counts for 3. One of them ran away, so there's still one mysterious person we haven't heard about. So this was about monsters, right? Nothing that would surprise you. Those of us who survived the skirmish were young, too inexperienced to spend a summer in this place without a good leader, and they didn't trust me. One of them got caught by a treant. Treant? So that's what happened to the 4th person, okay. Another one ignored my orders to perform some sort of ritual hunt. So a wereboar tore her to pieces. Hold on, there was 8. 3 died. This is new maths happening. 8. 3 died. There's 2 left. Oh, that leaves 3, not 1. Hold on, 1 ran away. 2 got eaten by beasts. Gotcha. And that's all my fingers, because I did do that on my fingers. I even held them up to the mic so you guys could see them. Okay. The last one tried to act tough, didn't tell us that he had cut his hand while cleaning his gambeson. She let out a ghastly chuckle. We had to cut it off, and he was so ashamed that he decided to walk north, find a new life, disappear. Idiot. Jesus, he cut his hand. What, did it get infected? So they just lobbed it off? Whoa, I mean, these are the times and they don't have the healthcare. What a colourful journey. The man tries to drink from his mug, but it's empty. Oh, goddamn. Just getting to that story and not even having any drink left. You've made this place safer. You know, they're looking on the bright side. All that they lost did bring good, because these people that were here before were bad news. You've made this place safer. Barely. Tulia seems tired, and who knows if it was worth the lives and effort. I mean, that's just not something you can ever know, unless the multiverse exists. Okay. Tulia, how did you become a lieutenant? That's not much of a story, honestly. She looks at her hand, which is currently rolling a mug over the table. In the city, there's a strict order of... what should I call it? She exchanges looks with her companion, but he can't help her. Well, leadership succession, I guess. Hovleven, chief, selects commanders. Those select lieutenants, and those put their soldiers in order of priority. If a lieutenant dies, they get replaced by the next soldier in line. So you were his successor. Nah, not exactly. Yeah, the successor probably also died. When we fought the bandits, our lieutenant was hit by a slingshot. His boyfriend jumped to help him, but failed to protect either of them from a spell. Goddamn. It was like a ball of ice that hung above them and exploded, piercing their heads, completely avoiding their shield. Really unpleasant. Jeez, so much detail. Right. So... he was trying to rescue him, and then they just both got murdered. Jumping, oh god, so judgmental. Jumping like that to save a man in the middle of an attack doesn't sound like a wise decision. No, maybe if it had gone the other way, you know, maybe it still wasn't wise, but it was because they saved them. But it didn't, they're dead. And you were the third one in line, is that right? Basically, yeah, she says without enthusiasm. I didn't plan to become a leader though. I'll get demoted once we return to the city. I prefer to follow anyway. But like, that's admirable as fuck. Like, you never, if you're that far down in line, you don't expect to actually have to step up. She's done good. What was your squad's mission? The lieutenant looks into your eyes. You know, the usual. Making the road safe, keeping people alive. I explained that it might be important for me to know what they have tried to accomplish. Oh, is she just being generic and not telling us if they had a specific mission? Because that sounds like my job as well. It sounds like we have a similar job, just different methods. I can't really tell you. Let's just say it would be nice to have a reliable outpost somewhere nearby. A place where you can always find a group of fighters willing to protect you in the name of the law. She tilts her head back. Now, if you have any other questions... Okay. Damn, they're in a really shit situation, aren't they? Anything I should know about this camp? The story is brief. Some merchants built the camp to have an extra stop for mules and donkeys, just between the inn and the southern villages. There's plenty of grass here and a pond nearby. When the peninsula grew more dangerous, the camp stood abandoned, from time to time serving as a shelter for travellers. The bandits came here in the spring, further paralysing the exchange of information between the north and southern settlements. See, you just can't have anything nice ever, because either annoying teenagers or bandits will come and destroy it. Because, like, how nice is it just to have a random campsite that you can just go and stay at while you're travelling? But nope, the bandits have to take it. Because there's always these bad people in the world. Fuck off, bad people. Right, since these highwaymen are no more, the situation may reverse. Time will tell. So is that our job to help with the exchange of information between the northern and the southern settlements? Probably is, maybe. You can sleep here whenever you want, the man concludes the tale. Though don't expect to wake up without a pain in your back. Cool. No worries. If you were me, where would you go next? The soldier answers quickly. To the inn, of course. He grabs his empty mug. The one northwest from here. Northwest, this way. If you can't afford the room, the main hall is free of charge. You can just sleep in the main hall. The locals rarely gather there. The northern road is much more travelled. Okay, mentions Julia. But the hunters will tell you about this and that, and you'll have the chance to introduce yourself. The innkeeper can listen and knows many souls. Does sound like a good place to get familiar with, meet some folks, find some rumours. Any tips on how I can make a good first impression on him? She smirks. Avoid cheap jokes, stick to the trade, don't waste his time. Show him that you can be relied on. Now, that might help if we have to choose like a type of conversation to have. Don't use the playful option. Okay, right, let's ask the ones we're supposed to ask. What should I know about the peninsula? I'll tell you what I know and you'll be the judge, says the lieutenant. How long did it take you to get here from the city? On a decent palfrey, I'd guess it would be 3-4 days. When you confirm, she continues. From here, you can reach the coast in about a day, as long as you don't make any stops. Do you know the situation? Why no ships can get here? Okay. So I don't yet, but we're gonna read. But so we're 3 or 4 days away from the city, 1 day away from the coast. You nod. The sea route allows Hovleven officials to keep in touch with the coastal villages, collect taxes, move the soldiers, collect lumber, deliver tools, but maintaining order on a wild coast such as this one is like filling the ocean depths with coins. So because they're not making gains, they just abandon it. Sounds about right. That's classic government. Or wait, what is this? The officials, I guess. It's not really a government, I guess, in this game. Because of the rocks, you can hardly stop a ship 5 miles from the shore, and the boats can't get much closer. She nods. I don't know much about fishing, but there's not that many people living by the shore, and they don't crave to stay in touch with the city folk. I mean, I guess if they're like, yeah, fuck the city folk, then it works both ways. As she pauses, her companion carries on. No soul from the north ever came to the camp, but when we travel to the roadside inn, Pelt of the North, they're happy to trade and to play dice. Okay, so I guess the people in the north, it's a very isolated area. They keep to themselves, they sustain themselves. And the inn is called Pelt of the North. Cool. Why not just stay at one of the settlements? The man clears his throat. I mean, you know, we're to guard this road. This camp is our post. And well, he turns toward Julia. She lowers her voice. Don't take it the wrong way, Noob, but are you a devout soul? Okay, I'm gonna have to read these because this is actually a decision. Right. I'm gonna read them all out loud. Like most city folk, I believe that people should unite their strength to overcome the threats of nature and dark magic. Everyone will be judged for both good and evil deeds. I am part of the United Church. That's one option. Option 2. For many years, I've supported a monastery that does its best to advance mankind's spiritual growths, artistry, herbalism, and magical research. I follow the teachings of an order of truth. Okay, so far I like that one. Let's go option 3. I'm from a small village. For me, the freedom of shell, pneuma, and soul are the main virtues of life. My community is unique and independent, and so are its members. I have a place in my fellowship. Oh, I like that one. Okay. Or option 4. I have a strong connection to nature and spirits, and follow the path of my ancestors. Some of my beliefs may be considered sinister and treacherous by the city folk. You'd probably call me a pagan. This one feels like it would be good to do a mage, maybe. This one. Let's see. Oh, there's no evidence of the right's existence, and all mystical tales are explained by magic. No, I am not. So, okay, there's an option 5 of choosing none of them. But I like this one the most. I'm from a small village. For me, freedom of shell, pneuma, and soul. Shell means something. Body? Maybe? And pneuma is the magical energy. And soul. So it's kind of like the, I was gonna say, is this like the holy trinity of things? Except my community is unique and independent, so are all of its members. So we're unique and independent. I feel like it's nice to have a little tribe back at home. Yeah, freedom of we're gonna do, and that's kind of, that makes sense to want to be a Roadwarden. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, I see. She hesitantly looks away. I don't know much about that river of faith, but I'm sure we're not that different. I'm a Unite myself, she says with a sort of pride in her voice. So she follows the United Church. Okay, so that was the first option. That one was the most like a religion that we have, I guess. I don't understand these answers. What did she say? She just asked if we're devout. Maybe just explain what you were thinking of. The people here are disquieting. Disquieting? Every few words, she taps the table with her finger. Their traditions won't help them negotiate with the officials. Here, she starts to draw lines with her index finger as if she's pointing at an invisible map. The peninsula is connected with roads like a big circle, Okay. Like a big circle. In the northwest, you'll find a weird village at a bog. It's not exactly pagan, I don't think. It even has a priest who claims to be an eremite like yourself. I'm an eremite? They do crazy shit. Her companion chips in. They use the dead to cut down trees and dig in soil. Once I saw it, I begged to never return there. Did I choose the right option? Have I made a mistake? I should have just gone no religion. I would like to go back and change my answer. This kind of thing is cool for the other two classes, I feel, like a mage and a scholar. But I kind of like the no religion idea now. I see. You've heard tales such as this one since you were a child. So what, they raise the dead and use them as slaves to do the busy work? Okay, right. One part of me was like, you know, if they can't feel anything, if they're dead, that's fine, right? But then the other part of me started thinking about the ethics of like life and death magic or whatever. I don't know. I don't know how it all works in this world yet. You heard such tales as this one since you were a child. If an isolated settlement manages to survive without a city's influence, its customs and traditions grow more and more alien. I see, that's cool to me. A scholar would want to seek all this stuff out. Every generation learns how to adapt to the dangerous conditions they have to deal with, and the rustic pagan traditions muddy their river of faith. The United Church often warns its members about the crazy druids, necromancers and blood mages, the bringers of doom, the traitors to humankind. Okay, I'm gonna hazard a guess and say they're probably not that bad, and this is some scaremongering to try and, you know, scare people into keeping their faith and all that, and scare them into being good. Because magic can probably be used for danger, but there will be plenty of settlements out there that just use it to help without being malicious, because why would they need to be if they just live by themselves and just get on with their own lives? I kind of like the idea of just stumbling upon things like that. Okay, were you able to speak with these necromancers? You can see why we were not eager to go there if we could avoid it, the lieutenant chuckles. Maybe they'll be more welcoming to a Roadwarden. The roads are dangerous with little to no shelters. People need your help. See, they might like me, and we might find out that they might, if they are hostile to people, it's probably for a reason, because they need to be. The man in the shirt turns a bit and points a finger to the northwest. If you're heading to the undead village, you'll get to an inn first and soon. Okay. Oh, the Pelt of the North, yeah. Julia nods. The Pelt of the North is a safe place. You can talk with the innkeep or the guards and ask them about the road. Cool, cool. Yeah, that's where we want to head anyway, so I guess now we have a destination beyond that is to the undead village, and I want to go there very badly. I'm intrigued as fuck by that. And how about the east? She stares off across the camp. Hard to tell. We went there only once. There are hills, forests, rivers. We saw a tunnel sculpted in leaves and branches, but we didn't enter it. Wilderness all around. I love this game, you know, this is really good. Any monsters worth mentioning? Anything that could catch my mount? We saw all sorts of beasts. The man starts to count on his fingers. Goblins, treants, cats, large and small, runners, howlers, wolves, spiked boars, mouflon eaters, griffins. But we managed to stay away. Some could catch up with most mounts. Julia glances at her companion. Though a palfrey should be fine. I guess a palfrey is a certain type. The trees are so tall that the flying creatures keep to the coast and mountains. There's not that many humans around, and the animals are busy fighting among themselves. They fight more for food than territory. Okay. So, and we're not going to be the easiest food, I imagine, so hopefully they can just stay away from us. The soldier cracks his knuckles. Don't provoke them and ride fast. Just count on luck. Just count on luck. Good advice, thank you. That is all I need to know. So that's told us all about the peninsula, which is obviously this area that we are now trying to figure out, get familiar with, so we can help it out. Any ideas what happened to the previous Roadwarden? Maybe ignorance will be bliss on this one, but we can ask. Tulia takes a deep breath. Aren't you a bit late for a rescue mission? We haven't heard from him for almost half a year. The soldiers speak for a bit between themselves, trying to get their story straight. They confirmed that he had stopped by their camp a few times, but stopped showing up at all in early summer. Okay, so he's probably been killed by something. The bearded soldier starts to scratch the table with the tip of his knife without looking at you. I don't remember his voice. Always busy, drowning in things to take care of, he would sit somewhere, sharpen his sword, fix his loud mail, clean clothes, write notes. Oh, like armor, like a chainmail? What? I don't know what that means. Fix his loud mail, clean clothes, write notes on that wax tablet of his. Yep, and leave it done. Unlike us, Asterian never gets bored. Tulia lets out a joyless chuckle. He's secretive, but some of the locals speak about him warmly. Maybe he just doesn't like us. Okay, so we've got quite a profile there on the previous Roadwarden, so he had shitloads to do. Seems to be liked by most people, and he literally just used this as a functional rest stop. Kind of keeping things a bit more to himself, which makes sense, because if he's got a lot going on, probably doesn't want to be sharing everything with everyone. And he just stopped showing up one day. Okay, maybe we can ask around about that. Sounds like you're not sure if he's dead or not. If anyone knows, they won't tell us. Maybe someone is keeping him in a basement. He might be in a basement. He could be. The man carves with passion. We haven't seen him or his Saurian. Something ate them, I bet. The officials have hired you, right? They don't expect him to return. Okay. So, yeah, what is this? Richer Roadwardens often use four-legged, meat-eating Saurians as their mounts. They have to be tamed and trained since they are hatching, but unlike horses, can easily defend themselves from many monsters. At least your palfrey is fast and reliable, and won't suddenly sink its teeth into an innocent passerby. Imagine. That's really funny, actually. If I just go on the not the archive, the journal, bestiary. No, Siri. Let's see.
Okay.
It says, "Hey Siri, no Siri" on the thing. No! Stop. Okay, we've confused him. Go back to sleep, Siri. What was it called? A Saurian. Okay, I was thinking there might be some, like a sketch or like an image, but there isn't one. Saurian is the term as vague as monkey and covers a vast range of four-legged creatures that resemble small dragons. That's cool as fuck. Some of them are hunted for meat, especially the smaller ones, while the larger ones often attack humans, though prefer heavier animals that can satiate them for longer. There are many tales about the unique abilities of some of their groups may possess, but they are among the lesser understood creatures. That's really cool. They're like little dragons. Hold on, let me see. Four-legged creatures that resemble small dragons. That's really cool. And the previous Roadwarden had one of those as a mount. Okay, what did I say? We haven't seen him or his Saurian. Okay. But since this is unresolved, he may well be caught up somewhere. It's only been half a year, right? Do you know what he was looking for? Maybe he left you a message? Neither one of us had any insight into his dealings, says Tulia. My predecessor left me no clues. We also took a look at Asterian stuff. Wait, She raises her open palm. I almost forgot. She stands up and heads to a nearby tent. He has kids in a village near Hovleven. I was planning to take all his things there. A pouch, a second spear, a decent bow, some potions. Quite a treasure. She glances at you. But I would much prefer to bring them the truth about their father. Oh, so you want me to find out what happened to him in exchange for his stuff. So these were going to deliver the stuff to the children and be like, look, we don't know what's happened to the guy, but here's his stuff. Instead, she will just give us the stuff and tell the children, look, this is what happened to your father. Cool. Here's the catch. She dusts off the hilt of her sword. We've hired a messenger to ask the commanders for further orders. Since she hasn't returned and you know nothing about her, she either ran away or something happened to her. God damn. She sighs with resignation. We are meant to stay here until fall. What do you think? Come see us. Tell us what you've learned about the man, and we'll get back to Hovleven together. You think about your real mission. You were planning to return to Hovleven in the early fall anyway. Oh, and is that going to be the time limit? Okay. So we would need to figure out what has happened to the previous guy, and then on the way back we'll be able to tell his kids. But also, there's been a messenger that's gone missing. Ask the commanders for further orders. So these guys are just gonna leave if they don't hear anything back, which is fair enough. They're just following their orders. If he's alive, I don't think he's gonna be happy about me taking away all of his possessions. True, but he's considered dead. I doubt he'd begrudge you anything. And who knows, you may just find his shell lying on the roadside tomorrow. So shell his body, yeah. He wears mail, uses a spear mostly. Maybe 5 feet tall, but stout. Long red beard, short hair, pale face, rarely smiles. Cool, so he's like short, stocky, long red beard. Okay. I mean, he might be smiling when he died. Like, maybe that's the one time he smiles. Also has a spear. She glances at her companion, but after he adds nothing, she sits down and stretches her legs. So find out what happened to him. Dead, alive, left. Just let me know. Excellent. So use your journal to see the list of quests. So find the Roadwarden. Before I became the Roadwarden of this peninsula, a man known as Asterion used to patrol these roads. If I manage to find out what happened to him and bring the news to Tulia from the southern camp, I'll receive his abandoned belongings. But also give some peace to his children. You know, it's not just about the belongings. So we have a quick save, that's good. Okay, and I've lost my rope. Could you spare one? You're in luck. She heads toward one of the crates and moves aside a large linen sack, revealing a rope. That's just what I need. She brings it back and nonchalantly sits down on her chair. Take it. I was planning to leave it behind. Closer look. A fine rope. It's not even just a rope. A regular rope made of hemp fibers. Okay. It's an ordinary rope made of hemp, durable enough. Oh wait, I have to buy it? No, I can buy it for 0 money, so I'm just taking it for free. Or I can offer some food. No, I'm just gonna buy it. They have food. I only have 2 food. And I'm hungry. Although they did give me food. And rope. But we'll make up for it in the long run, right? For now, we need our shit. Okay, Tulia nods. For now, you leave the rope on the table. Okay. Did we pick it up though? Okay, it is. We did pick it up. It can support the weight of 4 people with their traveling equipment. Jeez, that's a strong rope. Okay. We're gonna be like climbing some mountains? Right. It's getting late. We should prepare for the night. I agree. Julia sighs with a relief. And may you do better than Asterion did. Stay vigilant. She winks at you, shattering the mask of a soldier. I like these guys. They've given us so much information. They're like, considering all the bad shit that's happened, they are in good spirits. Open the archive to read the most recent text. Yeah. Thank you for your help. Stay tidy to have a better chance to influence others. Appearance. Okay, you don't stand out from the crowd. You won't get much cleaner without a proper bath. This reminds me of in Red Dead, just like randomly running into the city to go and take a bath and have a shave. Okay. You go to the barrel and splash water on your face, which makes you even more aware of how much you need a bath. So we can get a bath at the inn probably. After the night, it will only get worse. Your horse is already napping, still too anxious to lay down. I mean, I think, don't most horses just stay on their feet most of the time anyway? I prepare for my watch. The soldier in the shirt is eager to guide you. Just observe the area. There's plenty of griffins around, though they won't try to jump over the palisade. Probably. Better watch out for the apes. They climb up and carry out any food they can find. And there's this one really loud were-elk that keeps smelling the wall, though has never tried to get in. They're plotting. They're gonna bring a unicorn. The unicorn is like, what's it called? Grund? In Lord of the Rings. The big battering ram. That's what the unicorns are in this game. He points at the gate. The lieutenant and I will block the entrances. They're quite heavy, so if anyone comes here looking for shelter, better call us out to help you. And if this someone is being chased by wolves or anything, better throw them the rope instead. These like instructions are so clear and thorough. I'm really happy. Like, sometimes you'll go to a new job and they'll just be like, do this, do that, without telling you actually how to do it. But this is like, I know exactly what I need to do, except how to get rid of the apes. But at least I know to throw a rope if someone's being chased. He scratched his head. If it gets cold, feel free to make a fire, and the best place is on the watchtower. You may want to put a blanket there or something. Where is this watchtower? He gives you a long, puzzled look. Oh, here. He points at the pile of crates. Oh, here, this one right here. Points at the pile of crates. Just climb up to the tallest one. You have a great view at the northern side, the more dangerous side. And also, I know you're tired after all that riding. He points at the tent on the other side of the camp. I can handle a couple of hours sleeping on the ground. If you wish, go there after me and rest. Just this once. At least I have a pallet inside. Okay. Why would I just walk away? No. Thanks a lot. Oh, it's changed. You put your blanket on the tallest crate up here and sit down. The night is warm, but the sporadic summer breeze brings gentle refreshment. From time to time, your back aches and you have to force yourself to keep your eyes open. The light of the moon helps you focus on the tall grasses. For most of the time, you spot smaller critters and birds, but there are exceptions. At one point, you see a 3-horned deer trying to challenge one another. Oh, no, okay. At one point, you see 3-horned deer. Is that just 3 different deers that have horns and not a deer with 3 horns? Trying to challenge one another. Before they clash their antlers, a 2-legged dragonling appears, leading its much smaller offspring. Like a duck, but it's a dragonling? That's so cute. The furry beasts try to imitate the predators with roars and aggressive head movements. Intimidate, not imitate. After a few moments, both sides walk away slowly, not willing to risk the fight, nor admit their defeat. Cool. I just want to look in the journal. Bestiary. Dragonlings. Dragonlings are fast and bipedal, often as tall as humans, so not ducks. Travelers encounter their packs near the roads. They're used to chasing their prey with an extra advantage in an empty field than in forests. They have thick dragon-like skin, powerful jaws, short hands, and some of them are partially covered with furs. So they've got T-Rex arms, but they're as tall as a person, so they must have quite big legs, thick skin, hair. Okay, and they like running in fields rather than forests. Horned deers? Okay, horned deer are not in the bestiary. I thought there was another one that I needed to check here, but maybe it was just a deer. Okay. Don't let it distract me. I keep looking around. You hear the death screams of distant prey and the mating calls of monkeys. Runners are chasing a grey hare. A group of muskoxen lazily chew the grass, preparing themselves to sleep. A dusk fox is running together with a lynx, making playful screeches. Holy shit, this is like a full-on ecosystem. Thankfully, you never have to intervene. You just sit there watching the not-so-distant forest, trying to outlast your sleepiness. I also want to check the runners. I don't know what a runner is. These birds are usually larger and taller than humans. All of these animals are so big. We're the small ones here. But there's not many of them. Larger and taller than humans, but there's not many of them. Like all birds, they move on two legs, but their wings are very short, and it's anyone's guess what their actual purpose is. Travelers often encounter these creatures near the roads, but they also do well in the woods. Their beaks are as large as a human head, and their strong necks allow them to easily get through their prey's skin. An unarmed soul would never be able to hurt one of them, but blades, especially those made of steel, pierce them easily. Okay. God damn. And then musk oxen. Not on there. I guess this is mostly predators that we might fight. Hold on. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. Yeah, it's not there. Gotcha. Let's go then. You can only guess how much time has passed. Once you feel you've had enough, you climb down and go to a tent. Waking up the bearded man with just a couple of words, you confirm that nothing important has happened. Cool. I gather my things and squeeze into the tent. I use my bag as a pillow, but put my blanket on the pallet and cover myself with my cloak. So I assume this is going to be a place that we're going to keep coming back to. I'm talking about this as if we're playing the rest of the game. I might. This is really good. So I guess we're going to come back here, and when we do, we'll probably get worse rest because of the... Our cursor is an arrow, or it's a crossbow bolt. I just noticed. I think that's a crossbow bolt. Or a tranquilizer. And we probably won't get as much rest because we won't get to sleep in this guy's bed. Okay. Sleeping in a tent is not the stuff of dreams, but it's a much welcomed rest. The pallet keeps the cold soil away. The moonlight saves the outside world from the eerie gloom. You listen to your own breath and find a comfortable position. Your job starts tomorrow. I focus on the real goal of my journey. Ooh, explore the peninsula. The Merchant Guild, so this is why we were hired. The Merchant Guild wants to take control of this realm. Your wardening duties are secondary. First and foremost, you need to explore the peninsula, learn about the territory, resources and threats, get to know the locals, and if you can, convince them to consider negotiations with Hovleven officials and traders. Could the tribes resist the soldiers or be a threat to the priests of the United Church? Are there any forbidden practices that need to be eradicated, such as blood magic, necromancy, robbery, or slavery? God damn. Okay. Do you know what's cool about this? Is that any of the classes could plausibly be hired to do this, because this feels very much like a scholar's job, but you may not hire a scholar because they'll die. They are fragile. So that's why you may hire a fighter even if they feel a little bit less worldly or whatever. So that's really cool. So I don't like this job though. So of course the Merchants Guild wants to take control, because why wouldn't the Merchants Guild want to take control? I don't want to help them. Let places be independent. Why does it have to be control? Why can't it just be trade? Fuck you, Merchants Guild. Okay, at least I have time. 40 days to be exact. I need to be as thorough as I can. Once you finish the reconnaissance... I should know how to say that word. Reconnaissance? Recon. You should speak with Julia and return to Hovlaven. There, you'll report back to your employers and get your reward. In the meantime, you have your own goal to pursue. Cool. So, we now have to set a goal and why we are here, because this job we've taken is maybe just a means to an end. We could fuck them over, I assume, if we want to. Give them the wrong information. Okay. I need to gather some extra coins so I can help a person I care about some money. I need to gather some extra coins so I can retire early and live in prosperity and safety. Cool. So this is money to help others. This is money to help ourselves. If I gather enough connections among local leaders, I'll use them to become a major player in the Merchant Guild. No. I want to be remembered as the soul who brought peace and order to this realm. A hero. I like that one. I just want to help people. Make this region safer for the locals and the newcomers alike. I like that one. Or, I need to find a new life for myself. I have a difficult past and I want it to be forgotten. Oh, I like that one. Oh, there's some good ones here. Okay, I'm not going to do the money ones. Either, I want to be remembered as the soul who brought peace and order to this realm. I just want to help people. Or a new life because the past needs to be forgotten. I kind of like the new life one. Like, I really like the just want... I really like all three of these. They're all good. I like just want to help people because it's very plain, it's basic, and it's good, and there's nothing special about you. You're just gonna go and do this stuff. And I really like this like difficult past one because it goes with what I was saying earlier with just going off out and just leaving things behind and running away and just finding a new life. That it's freedom. And I don't know which one I want to choose. The new life might work better as a mage and stuff. The hero works the best with the fighter, right? Or the mage? Not really. We could be a diplomat, scholar, hero. I'm just gonna say I just want to help people, make the region safer for the locals and the newcomers alike. I think this one is the one I want. Difficult past and I want it to be forgotten. It's a good motivation to not look back, you know? Yeah, new life. I made a choice. Shelter, new shelter unlocked. You can't travel during the night. Press the sleep button to rest. Okay. Your half-asleep senses are catching the sounds of the wild forest. Your instincts keep you alert and anxious, though the pleasant, humid, late summer air evens it out slowly. You're thinking about your goal, but you need to gather your strength. Okay. So our goal is just to do whatever comes, really, just as long as it's not the past. I like that. let me just check the journal, because we got something new there, didn't we? Quests? A new life. I want to escape my difficult past. I could make a place for myself by... No! Oh, by staying loyal to the Merchants Guild, or maybe pursue another opportunity while I'm here. I don't want to be in with the Merchants Guild. I think they're fuckers. Stop trying to control everything. Explore the peninsula. I need to explore the peninsula as thoroughly as I can. I have to get to know the locals and find out how much of a profit can be made here. Then bring the news back to Hovleven. I have to leave the peninsula on the 40th day of my journey or sooner. To add worth to my work here, I could secure the roads by getting rid of any major threats and convince the tribes to negotiate with the officials. Soldiers told me about a large village that repeatedly uses necromancy, even though it's forbidden by law and can be extremely dangerous. I should take a look and judge for myself. The village is somewhere among the bogs by the northwestern road. Excellent. So all of that is definitely what I need to do. All I can do now, though, is rest. Sleeping in a tent. You can spend the night in a borrowed tent. It's nothing special, but it will protect you from the wind and rain. Ground won't be painfully hard. So, okay. We're losing 2 hunger. We're losing 1 appearance. And nothing's changing with our health. Okay. Doesn't mean there's nothing I can do. Oh, I could have eaten. I should probably eat before I starve. We might get some food though. You're woken up by sunlight, well rested and ready. Without haste, you gather your things. After only a couple of breaths, you notice a weird smell, like a roast. No burning meat. No, hold on. No. Okay, the horse is there and alive. Let's start again. You're woken up by sunlight, well rested and ready. Without haste, you gather your things. Right. After only a couple of breaths, you notice a weird smell, like a roast. No. Burning meat. Burning, rotten meat. Disgust crawls into your consciousness. You exit the tent. Your horse is looking around nervously. Your bags are where you had left them. You see an open gate. What is happening? They have not been killed while we were sleeping, have they? No, okay. Thank goodness. Both soldiers are standing near a humble pyre. The man in the shirt looks at it contemplatively. I don't know how you say that. Oh, look. So this gate here is opened out the back. There's the 2 gates. And there's the fire. Tulia is the one who dresses you. Noob, she greets you with a nod. We use the horse's manure for the flames, so don't worry about cleaning it up. You're welcome. You see a corpse among the flames. It's impossible to tell if it belongs to a male or female, but it was an adult. The burning process won't be over for a couple more hours. So this is one of the jobs that we can do, right? While we're on the road, if we find any corpses, we burn them. Cleaning the mean streets. A traveller or an undead? The latter. Undead? A young one. She lacked the pneuma to understand that she couldn't get inside the camp without climbing. I stabbed her with a spear from a safe distance. She shifts her weight. 1 more fog and she'd be a real threat. Even now it took a couple of hits to knock her down. 1 more fog. Sooner or later, every human shell wakes up, gaining more strength with each soul it devours and each moment it spends in the fogs. Okay. Burning the dead is not just a religious practice, it's a necessity. Soldiers, priests, village mayors, even road wardens. Making a large pyre takes a lot of time, but it saves lives. Okay. Tulia calls this undead a she. Most Unites hesitate to do so, so they see them as, I guess, not human. Let's just check this journal. Oh, we also have like descriptions of these people. Hold on then. I'm just looking for undead. Any breathless human shell touched by a fog like literally a fog, like a mist, or by a spell of a necromancer, wakes up a bloodthirsty beast. And is this what the undead villagers using to do their farm work? They seek Numa to grow stronger. May it by waiting for other foggy days, or by collecting it from the dead. The more magic fills their new form, the greater their intellect and capabilities. Oh, they must be like feeding it to their slaves. They start using weapons, mechanisms, tools, even magic, and start to use human-like speech. That's creepy and cool as fuck. Yeah, and then we have these humans. Asterion, the previous Roadwarden, he disappeared a couple of months ago. Oh, I thought it was 6 months. Under unknown circumstances. The merchants would like to find out what happened to him. Short but broad-shouldered, red hair and beard, pale, wears mail, rides on a four-legged lizard. According to Tulia, he was a bit of a recluse, constantly on the move, looking for work. Since he disappeared before summer, he may already be dead. His kids live near Hofleben. Okay. The Pelt's Innkeep, a man in charge of the Pelt of the North. We have not met this guy yet. According to Tulia, he prefers to stick to trade, doesn't like to waste time on jokes and empty gestures. It's cool that it writes that down for us. Tulia, one of the last soldiers left in the peninsula. She is stationed at the military camp in the south. She plans to return to Hovleven in the near future. She didn't expect to become a lieutenant, and most members of her squad are already dead. Her squad was meant to find a fitting place for a new outpost. And we don't have the other soldier in here. I guess we don't know his name, the bearded man. Time for me to leave. Running away from the Rika, I don't blame you. She walks with you for a few steps. Find us here if you need us, or if you learn what happened to Asterion. There's enough ground here for you to rest. Safe travels. Okay. These words make you stop. An old farewell mocked in a number of songs and tales. But yet you hear no scorn in Tulia's voice. You wonder how many acts of kindness like this you're going to experience in the days to follow. She returns to the pyre. That's just, even that, this writing is great. That is just such a cool detail. Safe travels, I mean, we use safe travels all the time. But in this world, it's like, it's mocked because I guess the land's so dangerous. But she means it. Yeah, it's cool. I prepare myself for the journey. Okay. You somehow missed the fact that your mount is already saddled and warmed up. You double check the equipment, but you don't need to fix anything. The soldiers were diligent. These guys are my friends, my best friends. Normally, preparing any palfrey for a long journey takes a lot of time. You put on your gambizon and make sure that your axe is tightly attached to your belt. Then get in the saddle. The palfrey knickers ready to leave. It's time for you to get to the crossroads north from here. I need to ride north, so use the travel button to see the map and move to another area. We are getting to a point where I'm going to need to stop, but let's just see what happens when we use the travel button. Travel forward to continue your journey. Once you're done with the north, speak with Tulia to return to Hovleven. Okay. Map key, nighttime shelter. Oh, wait, this is the map? I mean, this was a nighttime. Okay, so if you hover over it, it's got the symbol for the nighttime shelter. And maybe the key will expand, as will the locations as we explore. Which makes sense because it did say this territory is unmapped. A military outpost surrounded by a wooden wall set in the middle of the valley. You're currently here, Tulia's camp. Okay, and then travel forward to continue. Okay, yeah. What is this, flag? I don't know. Okay. Travel north. Ooh. Even at a later hour, you wouldn't expect to meet any travelers in the valley. The warm summer breeze lures your mount forward, but the serene chirping of birds is quickly replaced by the distracting screeches and gurgles coming from further down the path. A monster? We should probably eat. Hey, we still haven't eaten. Hold on. Even at a late hour. Yeah, you wouldn't expect to meet any travelers. Even at a later hour. So we're here pretty early, right? Yeah. You soon find the pack of four-legged griffins. Oh, I never looked at griffins. Hold on. I need a picture in my head. Griffins. This was the one I forgot to look at before. The scrub griffins are four-legged omnivores larger than a fox that merge features of furry critters and birds. The front parts of their shells are covered with vivid feathers, while their rears have darker furs. Their wings seem fairly massive, making them impressive jumpers, but they're too heavy to fly. The noble ones are rare and especially valued in villages across the Dragonwoods. They can be as large as horses, whoa, okay, and taught to protect homes as long as they're well fed. So they vary from bigger than a fox to horse-sized. Okay. I feel like someone could just take these descriptions and just do some really cool art with it. Where are we at? They're larger than foxes and maybe I should have just read this. They're larger than foxes and merge the features of birds and furred beasts. Birds? Did I say furds? Furds and bird beasts. Each one is of a different size, coat, and colours, and their temperaments are just as varied. Their fronts are covered with vivid feathers, while their rears have darker fur. Their wings are massive, making them impressive jumpers, but they're too heavy to fly. This is exactly the same as what I just read. About 24 beasts are yelling, brawling, and chasing each other around, blocking your path. 24? 12? 24? Or is it dozen 6? I'm not sure. I consider my options. Okay. You can't enter the forest blindly. If these or other creatures were to chase you, the thicket would be disastrous for your horse. Okay, so we can't take the horse through the forest. There are reasons why travelers stay as close to the main roads as possible, and why adventurers move in groups. Usually the safest approach would be to stay where you are and just wait for the pack to get hungry. It may, however, take a couple of hours. You're thinking of your conversation with Tulia. You've got a lot to do and time may be of the essence. So force, use violence or a direct threat. If you have any vitality points, you can use the warrior training to access unique interactions. Okay, so I take my axe and hurry the horse. If we ride fast enough, we should be fine. I should stay here, better safe than sorry, or I grab my crossbow. A light hit should be enough to make them scatter. So the dice icon marks the actions that involve random chance. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Like, just running through them sounds dangerous. I feel like the crossbow makes more sense, but maybe we should do the chance ones just to see. Let's just try it. I take my axe and hurry the horse. If we ride fast enough, we should be fine. I just wonder how the dice roll works. You can learn more about your abilities in the character sheet. We now have a character sheet. Noob the Roadwarden. After years of training to become a fighter, I left home to escape my difficult past. Force. While your vitality is above 0, you find ways to overcome physical struggles and advanced training. You have an advantage during physical interactions that involves random chance. Okay, and then these will change. Appearance. 1 of 5. It is based on cleanliness, vitality, and outfit. Oh. So we aren't getting any buffs or debuffs for clothes being broken, covered in blood. You've got a regular outfit. I guess I need a noble outfit or something to look nicer. Okay. We need to be super vital. Combat experience slight. Engaging in combat helps you during future fights that involve random chance. spared animals? None. Depending on your beliefs, saving and sparing animals either makes you a weakling or soothes your soul. Religion. Eremite, a member of a fellowship. You pray to the right. This isn't what I meant to do. I should have gone no religion. You pray to the right and follow the river of freedom. You're from a small village and you believe that the freedom... Oh, yeah. Your community is unique. Yeah. Okay, we read all that. Faith. The strength of your religious conviction is measured by your actions and judgments. Cool. Lies. Lying gives you quick benefits but may turn against you after some time. Some lies are difficult to pull off for an unexperienced liar. Sewing experience. Practice fixing your clothes and armor with the usage of proper tools. And gambling helps you in luck-based game of dice. Very cool. I love this. It's so like traditional and non-traditional at the same time. Not that I've played a lot of RPG type stuff, but this is great. Okay, let's just see the result of this and then we can go, because I did not intend for this to be so long. But I'm also super engaged and considering continuing this in the future. So, initially your horse completely trusts your guidance, though after a few more steps it snorts. You prepare your axe and get ready to push away any griffin willing to jump on you. Once you get in the middle of the surprise herd, your mount squeals and gallops forward. The creatures in front of you flee, but others try to jump at you from both sides. You kick 2 of them away, but the third one scratches your leg. It hurts, though only a bit. You ride away and the griffins can't keep up. You still hear their screeches when your mount slows down. Once I get to a safer spot, I'll stop and clean and bandage my wound. Good job, me! We should take a break. God damn it. So I got my leg. Makes sense. Keep track of your achievements as your journey unfolds. Okay, let me see. Oh, maybe it's just up here? I'm not sure. The road splits. According to what the soldiers have told you, you may find a safe inn by turning left. The forest to the right is lush and the trail overgrown. Kids used to have this song. How did it go? The harshest pathway leads to the dragon's lair. Those who search for treasure, do you truly dare? Okay, cool. The signpost in front of you doesn't make your situation much clearer. It was put here by someone who can't write, for folks who can't read. Oh god, that's a challenging signpost to make. Covered in old red paint, it points east. Blood there, as people say. Danger to be found. Oh. There's not a soul to ask for guidance. So that's... the one that points east is blood there, which is the one that goes into the forest. I mean, we know where we want to go. We want to go to the inn. I look at my horse. So let's just see. There's the signpost. I guess we came under here. And now the road diverges. We're taking the road travelled by. I look at my horse. What's its name? Oh. I mean, I feel like this isn't the right game to call my horse Tyler Durden. But also, what other name could a horse have? Tyler Durden is peaceful as you stroke its mane. Maybe it can't help you choose a path, but you spent many years together. Happy to go on, it takes a couple of steps forward. You spot a few berry shrubs and wild cabbages, but they still need at least 2 weeks to gain maturity. Okay. So we could come back here in 2 weeks to get some berries and cabbages. Okay, so the horse is ready to go. Time to make a turn. Oh, we travel? Yeah, okay, so explore west, explore east. The southern crossroads, a point connecting the deep forests of the east, the western wetlands, and the road to Hovleven. You're currently here. This isn't a crossroads, this is a T-junction. If it was a crossroads, we'd be able to go up. Let's go west. Tyler Durden trots with ease, unbothered by the few branches covering the beaten road. The birds' songs and distant howls draw your attention to the forest, which gets sparser and brighter. You spot boars, roe deer, and saurians. The sight of a nearby wolf pack worries you, but once you push your hips forward and your palfrey enters a canter, the beasts don't even begin a pursuit. The speed alone will protect you from many dangers. You notice a stone tower, taller than the trees. Ah, so that's the inn here. And we're coming through here, and this is where the wolf pack was. This must be the inn I heard about. Cool. What's this tower for? Okay, I feel like this is where I should stop. I'm like, maybe I can read the description of the inn and then stop, but then we go inside and then I say, maybe we can read the description of the interior, and then someone interacts with us and I'm like, maybe we can just do this one interaction. And we never stop. And I don't know how long this demo is, but obviously, again, it would have been a lot shorter if I was just playing it without reading, but that obviously doesn't work in a video format, so I'm probably not going to make it to the end of the demo because I have decided I 100% would like to play this game. This is high on my wish list now, and I believe I will do a playthrough. If anyone, I was going to say if anyone wants to see it, but when there's a game like this that I feel is really cool, I think I make an executive decision that I would like to continue it as a playthrough. So, holy shit, this is the second game kind of in the last good few that I've been like, yeah, we must continue this. And I did buy Scarlet Hollow to continue that playthrough, so I'm gonna have to figure out how I want to approach that, but I still have plenty of time because it won't be until after Citizen Sleeper, after Tunic, after As Dusk Falls, Undertale. I have a lot of other games to play first, but this is definitely on the continue list, along with Scarlet Hollow. So I hope that you guys enjoyed that and would like to see more, because you're gonna get it whether you want it or not. That was excellent. Just the writing is just superb. It's just painting all these pictures in my mind. Like, I love the, like I said, the color palette is so gorgeous, but also like it's got these, I love the pixel art, but it's also very minimalistic. It's not showing you all of the stuff that you are getting told is happening, and it's up to you to kind of fill in the gaps, and it's just absolutely firing up my creative brain in just like a relaxing, enjoyable way. And yeah, it's just absorbing me. I really like it, and I'm definitely wanting to continue it. So it really fits with my channel, where I've got it in my mind that I definitely enjoy doing text-based stuff as Let's Plays. So yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed that. Again, I feel like I've got nothing but praise for it, and I don't feel like we've even like chipped the iceberg or whatever it's whatever the phrase is, because like we've got these mechanics that we haven't interacted with yet, and we haven't even met people other than Tulia yet. So just really, really good. I am. Not only is it just the colour palette and the writing that I like the subject. I really just like the whole concept of being a Roadwarden. I'm just ready to go on this adventure. So yes, that is where we're at with this game. We will continue it sometime in the future. It will be a while away, but it's gonna happen, I reckon. Right, thank you so much for watching, guys. Also, this demo is available on Steam if you guys want your own playthrough. Maybe you want to make different choices than me. And the game is out. It's there to buy whenever you want to play it. So it's just right there on Steam if you would like to play. Obviously, this isn't a free-to-play one because this is a demo, not a free-to-play game. So you do have to pay for it. But I mean, it's a substantial... It feels like a substantial game, high quality, it looks like there's gonna be plenty of content. So yeah, I'm recommending right now, and I hope that you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. And I'll see you next week then for more indie games. Bye bye.